In this sales proposal, I have headers and footers that vary for the three parts of the document: the cover page, the introduction, and the main body of the proposal. Given that headers and footers typically apply throughout a document, how do I make them apply only to a certain part? To vary the headers and footers, I have to first create document sections and set them up for unique header and footer content. Here's the process. Looking at the document, I want the front matter to include the table of contents and this executive summary. So I'll insert a section break here at the heading for the main part of the document. I place the cursor there, then I'll click the Page Layout tab, Breaks, and under Section Breaks, I click Next Page. That puts my sales proposal section on its own new page. The actual section break is inserted at the end of the preceding page, and it's a hidden formatting mark. To show formatting marks, I click the Home tab and the Show Hide button. Now I see paragraph marks, for example. This is the section break. Note that if I want to delete a section break, I have to show hidden formatting marks to do so. The section break means that everything in front of this break is one section, and everything after the break is another section. I'll turn the formatting marks off for now. Next, I'll set the stage for creating unique headers and footers in each section. I start by opening the header and footer space. The tags identify the sections. As shown here, the header for this section is tagged as Header Section 2, and the footer above, part of the front matter section, is tagged as Footer Section 1. There's also another tag for the Section 2 header, same as previous. It means that Word will carry over the header content from the previous section by default. To create unique headers and footers, I need to turn this link off. With the cursor inside the header, I go to the Design tab and Link to Previous, which I click to turn off. That deletes the Same as Previous tag and breaks the link to the headers in the preceding section. I have to do the same thing for the footer in Section 2. I click Go to Footer. Here's the Same as Previous tag, which would carry over footer content from the preceding section. I'll click off Link to Previous, and the link is broken. I only have to break the link in one header and one footer in a section. That releases all the headers and footers in that section. Now that I've broken the Same as Previous links, I'll create the headers and footers, starting with the header in Section 1. For this front section, I'll type Introduction. For the footer in this section, I want page numbers. I open the page number gallery, point to bottom of page, and choose the plain number 2 style. Something I want here is a Roman numeral format for the page numbers. So with the cursor still in this section's footer, I click Page Number, Format Page Numbers. For number format, I'll select lowercase Roman numerals and click OK. And there's the Roman numeral formatting. Now I'll type the Section 2 header. Sales Proposal, Fabricam. For the footer, again I want page numbers, so I click Page Number, bottom of page, and the plain number 2 style. Note that the page number starts at 3, continuing from the front section's 2 pages. I want this number to start at 1 though, so I click Page Number, Format Page Numbers, and under Page Formatting, I select Start At and make sure this is 1. To review the header and footer content then, this main section starts with page 1 and has this header. I can use this Previous command to see the header in the previous section. It says Introduction, and its footer has Roman numeral page numbers. My last step is to add a cover page. For a cover page, I don't have to create a section first. To add the page, I'll click the Insert tab, Cover Page. That opens a gallery of cover page styles. I like the plain ones, like sideline, which I'll apply. The header and footer areas for the page get their own unique tags, first page header and first page footer, so I can treat this header and footer uniquely from the rest of the document. Because the cover page has pulled in information from my document properties, such as the title, author name, and date, I don't want to add anything to the header and footer. I'll leave them blank. And one final point. On the Design tab, there's an option called Different First Page. This gets selected automatically when I add the cover page, and that's how Word creates the section for me. For more details about working with document sections, see the quick reference card at the end of the course. Up next, remove page numbers, headers, and footers.